Immigrants from Latin America have brought a lot to this country in terms of food and food culture. Since about the 1970s, when the big wave of Central Americans have come, you've seen an influx of foods that rely mainly on corn and beans, and restaurants that sort of cater to the immigrant community have grown exponentially since the 1970s. Immigrants bring lots of different ideas to this country when they come, and food being one of the main ones that everybody can relate to. With Central American and South American Mexican migrants who've come mainly in the 40s and 50s with Mexicans, 70s with Central Americans, they've really taken a foothold in restaurants and grocery stores, and the type of food that can now be found almost everywhere. And the Salvadoran and the Mexican fusion of food is a result of these different groups that come together. They help the community at first, and then they grow and serve the wider audience, the wider communities. And now you can find it in just about every market in the United States.
Today we're here at the Smithsonian demonstrating how to make traditional Central American, Mesoamerican food, primarily pupusas and tamales, which are a staple food of Central America. Both the pupusa, which is a cornmeal tortilla with cheese, and the tamale is cornmeal that then is filled with chicken or pork and potatoes, and it's spiced. But the thing that unifies them is that both are based on cornmeal, maize, which is the staple of Mesoamerica. And so we're going to ask Maria to start making the tamales, and then we'll walk you through it. First, she prepares a banana leaf that has been soaked in water. She adds the masa, which is maseca flour with water. And it does contain ingredients like chili pepper, salt, and pepper. She's adding chicken mixed with potatoes and also garbanzo beans. All that also contains different ingredients. And then she will roll up, or she's rolling up, the tamal in the banana leaf, wrapped in aluminum paper in order to keep it firm. See. It's a very careful process, and what happens next is that the tamal will be actually boiled in water to heat it up, and when you unwrap it, it comes out very firm. So now we're gonna see how pupusas are made, and Berta here is going to be making pupusas and telling us about the ingredients that go into making pupusas. There's many ingredients that go into the masa, the corn-based flour that you see there, okay? But in order to make the pupusa, you blend everything together, and it includes oregano, cumin, salt, pepper, okay? The chilies, green and red, Roma tomatoes, garlic, fresh garlic, and onions, and hot peppers. And all of that is combined, mixed in a blender, and stuffed into a flour patty. And Berta here is going to show us the making of the patty and the stuffing of the pupusa. She's taken a ball of corn maze, maseca, and with water to make it, puree, and oil as well. And so she's patted it down to a very thin tortilla and has stuffed it with the mixture that includes all these ingredients, as well as pork, ground pork, and other ingredients as well. And now she has added another layer of the masa and combined them, filled with the ingredients, putting water and oil so that it sticks. And she continues to pat it into a very perfect round pupusa, tortillas that's stuffed with all these ingredients. And now she's going to put it on the grill. that is oiled down. So over this low heat fire, it's going to take about 3 minutes to cook, turning it over. But in a high heat, it might take 2 minutes. Okay, so you have to heat one side and then turn it around and heat the other side. And what's going to happen is that the stuffing is going to also heat up and cook. If you were to have cheese, there are cheese pupusas, then the cheese would melt and you'd have a really delicious cheese pupusa. And as you see here on the side, you have a pupusa that's cooking. And as Maria will testify, this is a very traditional Salvadoran food, and it's very delicious.